I appreciate your interest, sir, but frankly, I'm not ready to leave Hockman Foods just yet. Well, executive material. Well, of course, I will definitely think about your kind and generous offer. No. Thank you.
Ted, everyone in the hallway could hear what you were saying over your secretary's intercom.
Oops.
Oh, you wanted people to know you got another job offer.
You know, you're so naive, it's almost touching.
You don't have another job offer. You're incredible.
Hey, by this time tomorrow, men in suits even nicer than mine will be asking themselves, have we underestimated Ted Sharperson? Before they know it, I'll be taking their jobs, moving into their offices, and in the case of Dave Landau, licking caviar out of the navel of his 22-year-old trophy wife.
Neil, look who's here.
Cousin Leslie.
It's your cousin Leslie.
Wow! Look at this. This your office? That your desk? And your window and your phone? God, this is amazing. This is like your place in the world. I mean, this is where you fit in. Boy, you know, after the first minute, it kind of loses its charm.
Hi there. Ted Sharperson. And in a week, I'll no longer feel the need to keep up this pleasant facade.
Neil, Leslie's staying with us for a few days until she starts college, Columbia.
Uncle Jeremy, would you stop? It's not that big of a deal.
It's only the Ivy League. You see, Neil, it is possible for someone in our family to live up to their potential.
I bought a diary and a camera so I wouldn't miss a minute from now on because everybody says these are the best years of your life. And that's what I kept saying to myself the whole way down on that bus from Utica. This is it, Leslie, the best years of your life, you know, so don't blow it. Over and over again until the passenger in the seat next to me offered me a sedative. He was really insistent. I hid it under my tongue.
Leslie, why don't you show Neil what your folks gave you to celebrate you going away to college?
Oh, I can't wait to show you. It is this lovely little cat pin that shoots out enough mace to blind a man at 50 yards.
Well, Leslie really seems to have settled down.
Yeah, Neil, I need you to take her to dinner.
Dad.
Neil, it's her one night before college. Someone should be with her. And your mother and I have to be home to guilt the contractor into skirting the code for the add-on.
I have plans for tonight, and it would really be an imposition.
I understand, son. Here's my credit card. Take her somewhere elegant. And don't let her order any shellfish. Her tongue swells up and blocks her air pipe.
Sorry, I'm still a little hungry, Neil, but I didn't get a chance to finish all my dinner because those gang members knocked the piece of pizza right out of my hand when they were jumping the turnstile chasing that music student.
Boy, I sure hope you let go of that cello.
Wow. What is this place? It looks pretty interesting. Are you a drug addict, Neil?
These are just some of my friends, Leslie. It's nothing that weird.
The pain! Push!
Neil, what is this?
It doesn't matter. You just tell my family we went to Catskills on Broadway.
Oh, swirling, grinding morass of worthless organ meat. Furious birth. I am caught in your burgundy headlights. Come forth, whatever you are. No!
Excuse me. Could you pass the Doritos?
It is not a boy.
Ah, it is not a girl.
I have given birth to nothing. This is my face.
For a minute there, I think he was actually dilated. I must have a picture of that sweating, hulking ox of a man, and on the same roll as my Uncle Sid in his hernia harness. Leslie, Neil. Tell me when to stop.
How about a week from Thursday?
Wow, Neil, you're with her? Wow, you've come a long way from that Latvian exchange student who burned off all her hair trying to straighten it with the travel iron.
Alicia, this is my cousin Leslie, who's not going to say or do anything which might embarrass me, because if she does, I will tell everyone here what they used to call her before she spent a summer at Camp Tuckahoe for portly teens. Leslie, this is my girlfriend Alicia.
Hi. I just want to say that you're the most beautiful person I've ever seen in my entire life, and if there's any justice in the world at all, you are incredibly stupid. Well, I'm sorry. I don't know what to say to really attractive people.
That wasn't it.
Neil, don't be so hard on her. She's your cousin. She's just nervous.
That's right. I'm nervous. I'm very nervous.
She probably spent her whole life on the outside looking in and wondering why things that seemed so simple for everyone else were so hard for her. And she's maybe scared that she might not ever find someone who would just like her.
Oh. Neil, you told her about me?
No. Only about the time you thought you had a brain tumor, which turned out to be a barrette that got lost in your hair.
Leslie, it's okay. These are things that everyone feels.
That's amazing. I never thought anyone would understand me, especially not someone like you. So could you tell me something? When did you get to be you? Is it something that you're born with, or does it evolve over time, or is it the kind of thing that I could learn, like, by tomorrow?
Leslie, would you mind if Alicia and I had a moment alone?
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, exactly how much time would you need?
Even a few minutes would be nice. Although 90 minutes and you taking the train home would be optimum.
You were okay tonight. But I don't think it compares to your portrayal of the exquisite agony of a sperm suffocating in a Kleenex.
2 hours? You spent 2 hours with her? That's like driving with a bee in the car.
Come on, Neil. She's a lot of fun. She even turned out to be a big help on the boat shoot I was styling. She actually made those 8 models feel so secure they all ended up splitting half a tuna sandwich.
Ouch! Boy, a lot of prongs on that thing. Hi.
Oh, my God. Leslie, what happened?
Great shoes.
Don't just tell me you didn't wear that to your freshman orientation.
I didn't.
Okay, now just tell me you went to your freshman orientation.
I didn't. But look, Neil, a lot has happened to me since yesterday. And I owe it all to you.
What did I do?
You introduced me to Alicia. And being around her made me realize if these really are the best years of my life, do I want to spend them studying in libraries and writing term papers and being sucker punched by scholarship students for once again raising the curve? So I decided I'm not going to college. I'm going to stay down here.
You don't understand. In this family, not going to college is a bigger sin than not finishing your entree because you filled up on the bread.
Why do I have to go to college? Did you go to college?
Well, yeah. First I spent a year at the Sorbonne, and then I transferred to Brandeis, but that didn't work out. I caused a small riot when I accidentally walked into the chapel on a high holy day while I was looking for the pool.
Wow.
You see, and that only happened because she went to college. Leslie.
Oh, that's another thing. It isn't Leslie anymore. I'm changing my name to Kiwi.
Kiwi? Kiwi? Why not mango? Why not guava?
It's symbolic. I chose it because on the outside, a kiwi is very plain, but on the inside, it's very beautiful. Boy, actually, guava would work, too.
Have you really given this any thought? Like what you're gonna do, where you're gonna live?
Well, Kiwi could stay with us until she finds a place.
There are no Kiwi Barishes. Her name is Leslie. You're not helping.
Well, I really thought you of all people would be supportive.
Of what? That you throwing your life away?
Neil, you're really going to be this hypocritical?
If that's what it takes.
Neil.
Please, I'm handling this. Leslie, you're not ready for this. This might even be worse than when you were at interfaith camp and none of the Lutheran girls would take responsibility for that arrow that was fired at you while you were counting your score at the target.
Boy, I can't believe you're like this, Neil. At least she understands me. She knows I have to do what I want. I don't care whether you or the rest of my family approves or not.
I cannot believe she's doing this. She meets you, and the next day she's a totally different person. You have to be so dazzling, so astonishing, so incredibly irresistible. My God, I'm in so much trouble, but I'm so excited.
Come on, Neil. This might really be great for her. Don't you think it's been great for you?
Look, you cannot compare us, okay? She got a 1450 on her SATs, and I'm careening, completely out of control. And to top it all off, instead of us doing tonight what I've been thinking about doing ever since I purchased these bikini briefs in a tube, I have the exciting prospect of explaining this to my mother, who will calmly deal with this horror by compulsively making a 44-pound meatloaf.
I could have sworn I had another 2 pounds of ground beef.
Dad, stop. I'm sure she's fine.
Yeah, for all we know, she could be wandering, confused, and penniless on the lower decks of the Throgs Neck Bridge, where she could probably be picked out by, God forbid, 2 white-eyed truckers with Louisiana plates.
I'm calling the police.
How could you just lose a whole cousin?
I just took her with me to...
You took it to meet that girl, didn't you? Oh, my God, and Uncle Marvin is already in the hospital for his blood pressure. If Leslie misses registration at Columbia, he'll never live to sue the doctor.
Hi, yes. I'd like to report a missing person. My son lost a college freshman. Her name is Leslie Barish.
Mom, you might also want to mention that she responds to the name Kiwi. Guys, Alicia's going to call me as soon as she shows up at her loft. I don't know what else I can say to reassure you.
Wait a minute, I just had a thought. Where's that credit card I gave you to take her out to dinner with?
Describe her. Well, she is a sweet, wholesome 18-year-old girl from Utica. 1 minute. Neil, what was she wearing?
A gold bustier and fishnet stockings.
She's got big brown eyes and the bearish nose. What do you mean you cannot start looking for her for 3 days? My God, by then she could be...
She could be lying in a bayou.
You have got to find her. She's a National Merit Scholar. For God's sake, she cannot take care of herself.
So when's that meatloaf going to be ready?
Don't kid around, Neil. This is horrible. This is all your fault. And all we asked you to do was to look after your cousin for one night. Now she's missing.
Well, don't blame him. This is your fault.
Why is it my fault?
Because it was your idea to entrust her to him.
I had to be here. I had to be here for the contractor.
But we had to hire her to convert Barry's room and all his childhood memories into an exercise room that you'll never use. Then all we'll have is one more room for you to parade around in your underwear.
What are you talking
Hey, hang on. It's really not important whose fault it is. Although the argument that it's Dad's is surprisingly well thought out. I really think we're overreacting. There's no need to panic. All that matters is that we band together as a family and find Kiwi.
After the end of the world, the radiation has some amazing effects on Alice.
It's the breasts, isn't it?
But can she count on the men for support?
We like it!
And all new Whoops coming up next.
Hey, I don't care about your bicycle. Just be sure to tell your mommy she's paying for the scratch your Cub Scout ring made when you rolled over my car. Hey, you're talking to Hockman Foods' new associate director of pre-concept marketing, so don't mess with me, Petey.
You hit a Cub Scout?
He hit me. I was minding my own business. I was stopped at a light, waving at the blonde in the Mercedes limo with my tongue. Neil, there's something I need to ask you. Just how envious of my promotion are you?
Had all this maneuvering, and for what? You didn't get an office? You didn't get a raise? What do you have to show for it?
A nameplate, baby. And let me tell you something. With this and a couple of banana daiquiris, I'm giving myself a thumbs up in the ceiling mirror of every man-hating female executive within a 40-block radius.
You know, instead of spending $5 million on one woman, why don't you buy a better hairpiece, and then maybe some woman will talk to you for half that. Neil, look, I know where Leslie is. Her picture is on this flyer I found pressed up against a police horse by a high wind. She's doing a performance piece tonight.
Oh, she's safe. That's great. Look, I'm sorry if I made you feel at all responsible for any of this. I think all that's important now is that I pop open another tube of briefs and we all just get on with our lives.
Neil, I don't know. She's doing it in Jupiter's studio. He's that performance artist that you met at our loft. I mean, he's really brilliant, but he scares me. Those aren't those really low-cut ones, are they?
What do you mean he scares you? I didn't think anything scared you.
Neil, Jupiter preys on these girls. He offers them lessons in art and life in exchange for work. And then when he's done with them, he throws them out on the street with nothing but the clothes on their back and a stack of flyers to post for his latest show.
It's horrible. Are you telling me that that sweet little girl I used to feed Play-Doh to is going to become a used-up, shattered, broken sex slave?
Neil.
Oh, hi, Dad.
Neil, your mother just called. Marvin and Marcia are coming down to help get Leslie settled at Columbia and to have Marvin's discount hair transplants finally looked at by a professional. We've got to find Leslie before they get here.
Alicia found her.
So where's Leslie?
Well, I don't know if you want to
She's
hear...
in a show.
Why wouldn't I want to hear this? I love shows. I just hope she's not singing. That girl could never sing. Ellen. Yeah, they found her. No, not in a ditch. She's in a show. Yeah, our Leslie. No. I don't think she's singing. Yeah, I know, it's a blessing. And listen, if Marvin gets there before I do, give him the cheapest scotch. No, he doesn't know the difference.
I think we better hurry up and go catch Leslie before it's too late. You know, to go get seats.
Good, because I really should be there when Marvin gets in. So, Neil, you get us tickets for the show. Anything's fine. Just nothing on the side and not too close, but not too far back either. Because Aunt Marcia is too self-conscious to wear the miracle ear. You know something? I really think you're good for Neil. And his mother will eventually warm to you.
Where's Leslie?
God, I hope she's not under him.
Are you saying that women actually find this attractive?
Well, from what I hear, he can be very seductive if he wants to.
I need servicing, you frizzy-haired little wombat.
Alicia! Wow, you came. That really means a lot to me. Hi, Neil.
Kiwi, I need it now.
Oh, excuse me, 1 second.
Wait, Leslie, don't do this.
Oh, Kiwi. Oh, I shall teach you to wring the truth from the depths of your small upstate throat. And in return, you can bring me a clamato if we have one, Cove.
He's had such a bad day. He caught a glimpse of himself on a Little House rerun from early in his career. He's been throwing up ever since.
I have to relieve myself. God, I hope my bedroom window is open.
Leslie, I know this guy is incredibly charismatic and some kind of sexual magnet, but...
Really, you think so? Actually, I prefer someone who hawks up just a little less phlegm.
Oh, so you're not going to sleep with him?
Sleep with him, Neil, please. Yesterday, the fluff and fold refused his laundry.
You should not be doing this guy's laundry. You should be at Columbia.
Neil, this is where I want to be. And Jupiter says that if I help out around here, he'll teach me performance arts. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of really incredible things I can learn from him.
I bet that's the last time that child has to ride on his father's shoulders.
Look, Neil, this is the first thing I've ever done ever, just because I wanted to.
Neil, sometimes you just have to trust your impulses, or you might miss out on a lot. If I hadn't followed mine, I never would have had a holiday named after me in New Guinea.
Maybe I am wrong. Maybe what you're doing is incredibly brave. I mean, I don't know if I could be that brave. Last Sunday, I didn't even have the guts to tell Grandpa that I wasn't Aunt Betty.
Thanks, Neil. That really means a lot to me. Alicia, I am so glad that you're here to see me do this, because I'm going to do something totally new and personal and dramatic, something that would really be the expression of me and my relation to the universe, something I've never done before.
Sounds great.
What are you going to do?
I'm losing my virginity on stage.
Oh, you mean metaphorically? And you're going to use some bold and powerful symbolism?
No, actually, I'll be using my debating partner, Ira Resnick.
You can't be serious. You can't actually have sex for the first time in front of an audience.
Why not?
Oh, look, when you sleep with someone, and I'm not suggesting that should ever happen, it could be a private, intimate expression of love with someone you really care about. It's not an artistic statement, right, Alicia?
It can be.
Alicia, please don't take this the wrong way, and certainly don't let it put a crimp on any astonishing plans we have for later, but you've done your part. I'll take over from here.
Look, Neil, it sounded crazy to me, too, at first. And then I decided I'm not going to miss out on anything more in my life because I'm scared. God, I wish Ira would get here already so we could do the sound check.
What's this all about? $20 a ticket to no assigned seats?
Dad, what are you doing here? I thought you were waiting at home for Aunt Marcia and Uncle Marvin.
Marcia drove, so they made it in record time. They even picked me up at the office. They'll all be up in a minute. I couldn't bear to be in the car when Marcia made her 16th attempt to parallel park.
My parents are here?
Are you kidding? They had to come right away when they heard you were in the show.
You cannot do this in front of your parents.
She has to. They're so excited they even bought their camcorder.
I don't know. This is too intense. Although, on the other hand, Mom always liked Ira. Uncle Jeremy, tonight on this stage, I will be losing my virginity. What do you think?
I think your mother will be very happy to hear you're still a virgin. Neil, is she serious? We have to do something. I saw her being born, Neil. I don't need to see all the big moments.
good. This is right. They should be here for this.
I can't handle this, all right? I'm finished handling this. Someone else handle this. Alicia?
What's she gonna say? She's the one who encouraged me to experiment, to not be scared, to try and be different. If it weren't for her, I would never think of doing anything so revolutionary.
Actually, Kiwi, it's been done.
It has?
Yeah, lots of times.
Really?
Now, usually, they add a monologue from same time next year just to keep people from walking out.
Boy, my first performance piece, and already I'm derivative.
Leslie, when you make love for the first time, it should be with someone special. Sometime when you feel you're ready and someplace where you won't have to share half the gate.
So what about tonight? I've got to do something. I don't want to disappoint everybody. Well, I know Ira's going to be disappointed. But I mean, my audience, what am I going to do?
It'll come to you. Just trust yourself. You're an incredible girl, Leslie. Actually, I thought Leslie's performance was going pretty well.
Until she started screaming that she was scarred for life when her father interrupted her first makeup party to show everyone how the refrigerator magnets could stick to her braces. That's when the woman next to Aunt Marcia started calling Leslie an ungrateful little brat.
Never seen a grown woman take a punch like that. You know, I kind of feel like this whole thing might be my fault.
Well, you do have sort of a devastating effect on the Barishes.
What is that supposed to mean?
We meet you, and we're powerless before you. You overwhelm us. You destroy any vestige of our previous lives.
So do you want me to stop?
Not till you're done.
Thursday, after the all-new Simpsons Halloween special, Martin gets a ghostly visitor on an all-new Martin. Whoops is next.